Mass Effect 1 had two DLCs that came out during its time, Bring Down the Sky and Pinnacle Station. While one of these is a well-liked DLC and fun to play through, the other is not so much. I'm sure a lot of people didn't mind that it wasn't included in the Legendary Edition, but to be fair, that had less to do with a choice and more of a technicality. What had happened is that the backups for Pinnacle Station's code had become corrupted, and it would have took months for them to rebuild the whole DLC from scratch, so it had to be omitted from the collection. So if you want to experience this DLC, you have to grab yourself an original copy of Mass Effect 1. I've went through some ranking lists, and most of them have Pinnacle Station as the worst DLC. But the question I have is it really the worst DLC? Well, after going back and playing through it, we'll be able to answer that question. Pinnacle Station is essentially a massive combat simulator, where all the ultimate badasses in the Alliance go to test their abilities. To be on the leaderboards here is a badge of honor, and shows that you can stand toe-to-toe with the best. Pinnacle Station becomes available after you expose Saren on the Citadel, but I would recommend that you wait to go there until you're at least level 30 or above, or have at least 500 health points. You'll understand why later. The station is run by Admiral Thaddeus Ahern, a veteran of the First Contact War between the humans and the Turians, and as such carries a grudge against them. However, this doesn't prevent him from training Turian officers on the station. Respect among soldiers, I guess. After you finish talking to Ahern, you'll go over to the simulator designer Akron, who explains the different types of scenarios that you can compete in. There are 4 main scenarios: time trial, capture, survival, and hunt. Capture is, as the name implies, there are certain points on the map that you'll have to claim. The points are marked by a meter with a blue circle around it. You claim that point by standing in the circle for a certain amount of time, about 20 seconds. If enemies enter the circle, it'll take longer to capture the point, or the point will reset completely, so be sure to keep the area clear. You want to be quick about how you claim each point, as the objective is to capture each point as fast as possible. For a hunt, you'll want to kill as many enemies as possible. You start with only a few seconds on the clock, and as you kill targets, you'll gain additional time. As time goes on, however, there'll be less time awarded for each kill, so you'll want to be efficient in how you pick off enemies. If you get a good groove going, you can top the leaderboards for this one easily. For survival, the goal is to stay alive for as long as possible. This could be accomplished by staying on the move or bunkering down and picking off enemies as they approach you. What I tend to do is that I bunker down when I have my squad mates, and I move around when they die. If you die, the simulation ends, so be wary of how much health that you have. Survival to me is the hardest of the 4, and the most tedious, as if you're playing on casual, you survive way past the point needed for first place. You only need 2 minutes and 30 seconds at the most. I lasted for 5 minutes, and around the 4-minute mark I was just standing still, hoping that they would kill me, but I was so overpowered for the difficulty that they were hardly hurting me at all. I had to put it on normal for them to kill me, and let's just say that record isn't being broken anytime soon. Apparently if you survive for too long, the game will end up freezing, you'll have to complete it all over again. Now as you're running around the map, you'll notice a panel that will let you forfeit the match. Do not forfeit. For survival, you must die, as if you forfeit, you'll not be credited for that run. Time trial is pretty simple. The objective is to kill a set number of enemies as quickly as possible. For the next group of enemies to appear, you have to kill the ones in front of you. I will refrain from using your biotics, as eating an opponent is the worst thing you can do here. You must be as efficient as possible to get first place. After you beat the high score for one scenario, you'll be presented with a side quest. The station's resident douchebag Vidinos is accusing Lieutenant Bryant of tampering with the simulator, as he believes there's no way a human can beat a Turian score. He wants to throw Bryant in the brig for this, and that's where we come in. If you choose to intervene, Vidinos will challenge you to beat his scores, and prove that it's possible Bryant got his scores fairly. Vidinos also offers to throw in a weapon as an additional prize. Oh, he's about to find out just who we really are. After you've beaten everyone's scores on the 8 basic challenges, he'll admit that Bryant may not have cheated, and if you remind him of your bet, he'll keep his promise and give you a weapon. He has one of every type of weapon, so pick the one that works best for you. His arsenal is graded higher than most anything you'll receive on your first run, so it's a nice little prize that you get for all your hard work. After this, 4 advanced scenarios will show up, and these will test how well you know the maps and how good you are at strategizing. After beating all 12 scenarios, Ahern will offer you a special scenario that reenacts one of his battles during the First Contact War. To make the scenario tougher, Shepard will ask him to turn the safety off so the damage is real, and you can make a wager to sweeten things even more. Your life for Ahern's retirement home.
I don't say this very often, but good luck.
The scenario begins with you and about 6 Turians. Kill them and retrieve the data from near the vehicle. This scenario is essentially a 5-minute survival mission. The main difference is that since the safeties are off, you can die for real this time, so I would save before starting this one. There are 2 turrets that you can activate. Activate those and get to cover as soon as you can. This scenario can be hard, even on casual. The Turians will keep pumping in. They'll flank you on all sides, and for 5 minutes they will hardly lit up. This is the main reason why you should be at least level 30 before you come to Pinnacle Station. This mission, right here. With that being said, I will say that while this scenario is hard, it is possible to complete. I did die on my first attempt, but I managed to get through it on my second one by essentially doing what I did during the regular survival missions. I bunkered down on the far west side of the map. I watch one side while my squad mates watch the other. If I can keep my teammates alive, I run from place to place until my unity and metagel is restored. I restore them, then bunker back down. Also, take out any snipers that you see. You do not want them to equip you. Rinse, wash, repeat until time is up. You'll have one more conversation with Ahern, congratulating you on completing the scenario, and he makes it known that he isn't retiring anytime soon. From here, you can leave the station, ending the DLC. Okay, so after playing through Pinnacle Station, can we say that it's the worst Mass Effect DLC? I'm sorry guys, but yeah, Pinnacle Station is at the bottom for me. The scenarios become mundane after you try them all, and that Ahern mission is too hard for its own good. More importantly, the reward that you get for completing it is not worth it. You get a nice prefab building in the middle of Space Nevada. I mean, okay. I guess there are advantages to going here though. You can refill on grenades and get weapons and armor at a discounted price. But these are things I'm going to pick up at the Citadel or on missions anyway, so there's no point in going there except to check out the place. And I feel for anyone who's tried Ahern's mission on Legendary and actually completed it, you are a true warrior. Pinnacle Station is essentially the forgotten DLC. That's the only way to play it is on OG Mass Effect 1. However, I do think it's a shame that it couldn't be ported over to the Legendary Edition. When I look at Mass Effect 1's Galaxy map on Legendary Edition, I know there's something missing. I would like Pinnacle Station to be there because it is a part of the series' history. Pinnacle Station is good for a quick run through, maybe worth completing once, but after that, there's no point in coming back. Thank you for watching guys, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.